finish business because they want a shot at taking down the trio that ended their run in 2020.
Game number 2 in this best of 3 series. Let's head over into the land of Dawn.
It's not potentially the final game, it is the final game if you're NAVI. You gotta look at it that way, 2-0. But Team Ray Young, they've got a solid composition and it relies on, I think, what we've seen more of from Team Ray Young towards this tournament, right? It's a lot more aggressive, it's a lot more, alright, in your face with the Suyo. Thing is though, they picked it up against a Baksha, Harith, Valentina, and a Yuzong. There's gonna be so much punishment for Tan with the slightest of mistakes.
So if you wanna be the best, you gotta literally be the best. And you gotta beat the best, all right? Suyo, definitely not the easiest of matchups here, but hey, if they're able to make it work, then that shows the level of potential and the level of skill that they have here and the mastery of it in game number 2. But so far with the Lilia, you know, being in the mid lane, she is gonna be able to clear a lot quicker. It looks like Rain can't be as aggressive as she was in the previous game.
No, not as aggressive, but it's still kind of like the passive early game we expect. If there's no neutral objective, no real crazy fights. Tando picks up the XP crab, takes it away from Ayanami. Or do they call her not Ayanami, right?
That's why. Is she Ayanami or not
no,
Ayanami?
I confirmed it. It's Ayanami, but you can say not Ayanami when you want to, you know? It's like
so not Ayanami or Ayanami?
Nora's doing a pretty good job in lane right now with the Esmeralda. Despite going up against Yuzong, you'd expect the Yuzong to do really well. Keishi getting a quick wheel on Tan. The battle for Prio. Who gets level 4 first, Nora or not Ayanami?
We'll see. We'll see. It looks like both of them are actually at level 4. But it looks like the mid laners are the ones that are falling quite behind. Rain is still level 3. Meanwhile, Miko already has that black shoes down. And that's a black dragon form for not Ayanami.
Boom, bang, bada bing. Instant neutral objective take. Every single time you have a Yuzong, as long as she doesn't get ganked early on, you don't lose out on that level, you get level 4 quick, it's almost guaranteed. Unless, you know, you're like the goat of MLBB or something, like that Carl or Nepomuceno guy.
And we learn, you know, black dragon form is required when we want to get the neutral objective, or just fights in general. Okay, we learned that from someone very wise once, but
he's not with us anymore.
He isn't.
He's alive, but like, you know, he's just,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, that is true, that is true. 3 minutes in, neutral objective take for Navi PH, and it looks like Team Ray Young are still struggling to look for something on the board. Obviously, they do still have Quinn to fall onto in the later stage of the game, but of course, they do need to be able to work with the lane because the Claude and the Harith matchup is a definitely interesting one. I think it was something that was way more popular back in the day. We don't see the Harith too often anymore, and there's a reason for it. But, oh, look at this interesting lane, Quinn and Rian.
Yeah, Rian's doing a good job right now, just freezing a wave. And Quinn, I think early on, lost out on a couple of trades because Rian is a level ahead of Quinn. Interesting stuff. You'd expect the Cloud to actually do quite well early on, level 1 to 3. But it's Rian really pushing the pace. Look at that, more and more damage piling onto Quinn. Now 2 levels ahead, she's going to have control over the gold crab as well.
Keyboy and Tan have come to help though. G-Boy is in the building, obviously still has the AOG if they want to go for an engage, but it was just pure backup here, making sure that Quinn has the time and the space to farm, but Nora, will she have the time and space? She's still able to get out, but G-Boy
walks up, gets a passive AOG onto Mirai, but it's going to be caught by the Wrath of the Dryad. 2 members. Zaman force back up. Miko's going to be taken very low. Splash of damage from Rain. Just a little bit more and a basic attack to take her out for first blood. Rain has Black Shoes. Quinn in the midst of it all now. The Black Shoes going to be procced by Rain as Quinn might be caught as a flicker in. And Keishi's on the other. Miku falls. A double kill for Rain. And Navi go up 3-0. Now the Black Dragon comes around. And it's the Zone Tan away from her orange buff.
When Navi is silent, they're just building up to that one moment when they know, yes, it's now, it's time to strike, and that they did. Rain and Keishi on separate occasions were able to find great picks over Team Ray Young, and that's left them on the back foot. They pick up the neutral objective, and they get way more pressure on the map. What a play once again from Navi.
3-0. You'd know a thing or two about that, right?
I don't recall what you were saying.
In a month, you. Navi up top, gonna try to go for the clear in the siege. Rain down below, gets caught by the taunt, no flicker here. BMI blazing went. Whoa, AOG forward, gets a knockup but gets quelled down. Now it's Ayanami with the furious dive, lands onto Quinn. It's a 2v4 with Rain dead already, but they still get the favorable trade on the gold lane.
So worth. Rain for Quinn, a really good moment there from not Ayanami as well with the Petrify, just really locking Quinn down. She was definitely unable to escape, and the damage output after that was really the nail in the coffin. You can see Tan here trying to do something, but she can't. Goes in for a recall. Mirai as well doing really good at zoning. Keishi's going to be able to get her hands on the enemy jungle, and that's going to put Tan in a bit of an awkward position. Already a level below of Keishi there on the Baxia.
Leads across the board, 1,600 for Rian. Damn indeed. It's looking tough, and this is what happens when the Harith wins out in the lane early level 1 to 3, and then you get all the control with the gold crab. Such a good lane for Rian so far. It's been fantastic, and you can already see how desperate Quinn is getting. Trying to get farm in the mid lane as Rian just zones up top. Look, doesn't shove. Gets the gold crab, rotates straight into the mid lane, now catches the wave up top, and it never shoves over so that Quinn can get free farm.
That's why I told you from game number 1, right? It's these little small things that Navi have been able to do that really amounts to a lot. Like something as simple as a small rotation, a small move, a trigger of a single battle spell, and so on and so forth. But it's led us to this moment that Navi are now leading with a 3,000 gold lead. Quinn now has absolutely no choice but to try and push in that top lane, but Flicker?
Yeah, Flicker's out of the way, has the chrono dashes, oh god! Chibo's gonna be caught in the back line, Ayanami assassinates Miku, the AOG cancelled, and she's taken out before she can even fly. Quinn gets a trade up top, and look at Keishi. Can she cancel in time? Does she know where Quinn is at? No, unfortunately not. A taunt comes down, Nora in the mid lane, a Terrify from Rain, and that'll be it.
Another 2 men down there for Team Rayoung. Nora might be the third.
Oh my god, the chrono dash is synchro vision. Rain with a splash of damage. Black shoes away. Now Keishi trying to go for the cut. Mirai zoning them. The taunt lands on G-Boy. 7-1. 5,000 gold lead at 7 minutes with a Suyo down in levels. 2 whole levels.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny, the aggression and the dominance that we're seeing here from Navi PH. And I would say that they're coming into this match with a lot of weight on their shoulders, right? They were knocked out 2024 by Team Rayoung, by Chiboy, as well as by Quinn. So definitely vengeance is on their plate right now. And man, they're cooking and they want dinner.
You have to take a look at their run again to get to this point. Navi losing early on, then almost getting knocked out by Falcon Daisies, a game down in that best of 3. Coming back from that, turning things around, reverse sweeping Falcon Daisies, and then having to meet the team that literally threw them out of the tournament to make it here. And now, a 1-0 lead. Match point, 7-1. These ladies know how it's been while being behind.
And they're so close.
And they're so close.
They're so close
to coming back, making it to top 4, guaranteeing that spot, and maybe, just maybe, reclaiming that 2024 glory.
That's been the whole story for them right now, and it's looking really good for them so far. Look at them now rotating back onto the Lord. Nora is in the vicinity, and it does look like Tan is near as well, but with her so far behind, Keishi's level 12, Tan level 11. There's no way for a contest. This is a free Lord over to Navi PH.
And it's still the same clean macro from Navi that we saw in Game 1. We saw a few bombastic moves from Navi in Game 1, and it almost seems like instantly they fixed it. Playing it clean for all the Lord fights in Game 1, and then transitioning into this game, not letting that match point get into their heads. They're playing it even cleaner than that Game 1 endgame.
Especially when they get the tools to do so, right? Rihanna on the Harriet, not Ayanami on a hero like this. Very aggressive.
Is that a misstep?
Could be, could be.
Now she gets the purple buff, so I guess, you know, more
It's okay.
cooldown, it don't matter. Gonna be up as well. Mid lane's gonna go down for sure. Chiboy's the only one sent there. The rest of the team knows it's better to just play in the back. But the thing is, for Team Ray Young, they don't have a Hanabi to clear these waves out. It's not as good as a Hanabi. Yes, you have a Lilia. Yes, they have the Holy Shields. But Navi also in this game have a better way to siege with the Black Dragon form zoning everybody away.
Despite them not having like the siege potential per se, right? They have the Valentina, but Mariah is walking in very deep actually. And she's receiving a ton of damage, but look at Rian go in.
There we go. That's the Black Dragon form I was talking about. With the first Lord, they'll be able to get the base turret in the far lane again. And they instantly disengage. Classic Navi. Surgical precision.
Just like game number one. Just like game number one. They're gonna toy with the minds of Team Ray Young here with an 8,000 gold advantage. At this stage, I'm wondering what the items for Quinn are. Has she reached her power spike? Is she close to it? Turns out she's not, but wait a second, Nora.
Oh, no, Purify. The AOG from Chiboy walks up again. The Wrath of the Dryad gets 3 members. Mirai with a big set. Now can they follow it up? Rain with a splash of damage. That's the Black Shoes torn apart already. Rain has to go with the Black Shoes again. Ayanami deep in already. And it will be a kill back. A Sky Piercer for Tan. And Deja Vu. To a little bit of what we saw in game one.
Okay, a step in the right direction there for Tan, picking up the Sky Piercer. So the stacks are there, and if she's able to get more onto it, that just might be the way for them to turn things around. Keishi, though, will be able to get the orange buff away from Team Ray Young, so that is another resource that they have eliminated away. And it would be nice to take a look at the items once again. We see that Rian already has the Divine Glaive alongside the Holy Crystal, so we can definitely say that the damage is there, alongside, of course, the 2 integral other items coming in from the Harith. But Quinn is still 1 item away. She should be able to get it really, really soon, but will she be able to get in time before the Lord spawns in under 10 seconds is the case and the problem.
If you look at the equipment, man, that's a big Harith. Divine Glaive at 12 minutes. Yes, it's with the Bargain Hunter, but look, Quinn has only now finished the Swift Trinity. That's almost a 3,000 gold lead, 2,800 between the gold laners. Rian can start popping these players.
She has purple buff too.
Oh God, wave down below is great. Team Ray Young, they have to go for the gamble. That's the only way. They have a Soul Sever, they have a Retribution. But Navi's got a Black Dragon flying across. No way for Tan to look for the opening. Another free objective to Navi.
Yeah, they don't want to gamble. They tried to go for scouting, maybe look for a precise moment where they could grasp on an opportunity to maybe take 1 member down from Navi, but they don't find it. Considering that Tan is a level below of Keishi still, going for the 50-50 might have been too much for them to handle. Again, the inmates from Navi, they're taking everything away from Team Ray Young. It's looking personal now in 13 minutes.
This is the form we were expecting coming into this tournament. A shaky start to the tournament, but they found their way back into that form. Rain up top. Has the Black Shoes, doing a good job zoning. Mirai zoning everybody from that mid lane for the minions to take the turret. And now it's the Black Dragon form used up by not Ayanami. Slashing down, zoning Tan away. Rian's already used as a Bond Force. Lord gonna be cleared up again. Team Ray Young stripped down to just the crystal. The Wrath of the Dryad catches them. Miku has the Black Shoes, but now it's gonna be Chiboy jumping in with the AOG, finding everybody. Tan getting against Sky Piercer stack, but it's Rian with the retaliation already. Rain, just a bit more damage. The Rose Gold Meteors right there. Tan, Soul Sever. Nora still able to stay alive as Rian goes in for the Synchro Vision. Bloodwing spawn in time. Saman Force of Natus. Rian goes for the pop, and Keishi takes Tan out. A big mega kill for Keishi. The Synchro Vision again. Rian's gonna go for the kill under the base. Not quite enough as Quinn gets the healing from the fountain, but they have more waves.
It's a 2-for-3. It's a 2v3, and they still want to go for it. Nora.
Oh, mega kill for Rian. That's a double. Nora's gonna be next to the chopping block. Rian has no mana, and it saves Nora. Just in time. Chiboy back up. Waves. They need to handle it now for Team Ray Young to survive. Rianne has no mana, nor is dealing with the wave in the bottom lane, but she gets caught in the shield unity. Now it's the AOG to try to help her out, but it's the AOG from Rain, stolen away. Now it's G-Boys. Tan walks up with a Queller, tries to clear it up with a Soul Sever, but Navi, stay objective. Welcome to the top 4, Navi.